just got filming this. Disregard the sunglasses. My eyes are tore up from the floor up. And I just wanted to film the intro so I could get this going. So I did 10 looks, 1 palette with the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Star Wedding Palette. This was very nice to work with. When I worked as a makeup artist, most of the time all I really did was weddings. Obviously I did other stuff, boudoir photo shoots and stuff like that. So these colors are very familiar to me. I was really happy with all of them. My favorites are Star Vows, Wedding Rings, Cut the Cake. They are so creamy. They're shimmers, but they're like, I can't even describe them until you touch them. You can't understand, really, I don't think. I really like Committed for just a mid-tone neutral brown, and I do love those too. So yeah, I was really happy with the performance of this. Please excuse my shirt. I have fallout from the shadow all over me, so disregard that. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. It truly means more to me than I can ever put into words. I do hope you have a great day, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye. Okay, so I'm showing how I prep my eyes first of all in this first look, and then I won't do that for the rest of the video. And I'm showing how I prep for the photos that I take as well. So I'm doing my eyebrows with the P. Louise Skinny Brow Pencil. I'm taking P. Louise Base on the eyes. Then I will do the eyeshadow look. I use Juvia's Place Concealer and MAC Studio Fix powder and some lashes. The lashes are nothing specific. Today I'm using Think Show lashes. So we're using 4 colors for this look. We're using Polyamorous, Devotion, First Dance, and Tuxedo Black. I used Polyamorous on the lid. Then I used Devotion in the crease, First Dance on the outer portion of the crease, and then Tuxedo Black right along the outer V kind of area, or the outer corner. So just going ahead and smoking that out and intensifying it. To be honest with you, Devotion and First Dance were a little close in color for me. I would have probably switched it out to another purple shimmer, but regardless, I still love this. I wanted to do kind of like a purple cranberry type look, and then I used Grand Entrance on my eyebrow bone and inner corner for basically every single look. I also used Cut the Cake on the inner corner as well too for this, that I did not show. It's the shimmery white in the palette. One of my favorites, definitely. It's absolutely beautiful. So just going ahead and blending that out and then toning down that blend with the Grand Entrance color. So I curl my lashes, apply some Benefit They're Real Magnetic Mascara, and then go ahead and do eyeliner. I'm doing the Think Show Lashes Magnetic Eyeliner. And then I'll be using Think Show Lashes on top of that. And we have Juvia's Place I Am Magic Concealer. And then I will use MAC Studio Fix powder over top of it. And that preps my under eye for the color I'll be using. I basically use the crease color under my eye for all of my looks, just so you know, so you can recreate them. And then I decide whether I want a black, brown, or cream in the waterline. So I'm gonna use for this one Under the Veil, Clinking Glasses, Till Death Do Us Part, and Tuxedo Black. I'm using Clinking Glasses on the lid, on the center of the lid, Till Death Do Us Part on the inner portion and outer portion of the lid, Under the Veil in the crease, and Tuxedo Black along the inner portion and outer portion of the lid, just to further intensify Till Death Do Us Part. I wanted to do like a nice dramatic smoky eye. I didn't want them all to be like wedding wearable, you know what I mean? When people are having their wedding, it's always, I don't think I've ever done a wedding where it's not just make me look like myself but better, you know what I mean? It's always like, oh, give me a brown smoky eye, or they show like a picture of Kim Kardashian or whatever. And honestly, I can't blame them for that, because you want to look your very best. You don't want to like pull out something out of your back pocket on your wedding day, you know, like try something new on your wedding day. That's probably not the best. For this look, I'm using Gold Blooded on the lid and Always and Forever in the crease. And then to deepen it out, I'm using I Do. So I'm deepening it out on the outer corner there. So blending out that I Do color with Always and Forever. And then, like I said, just the usual grand entrance on the lid and on the inner corner. Further intensifying that I Do color. And it's a pretty simple look. I like to keep these looks fairly simple. I want them to be achievable for like everyone, you know. So for this one, I'll be using the color Committed, Cake Topper, and Flower Girl. Flower Girl is definitely one of my favorites. And then I'll be using Cake Topper in the crease and Committed to darken it up a bit. I loved this kind of, I don't even know really how to explain it, like a ballet slipper almost color that is Flower Girl. I thought it's really pretty, kind of like a pink, but it's such a soft pink that it's definitely wearable. And on to the next one, I will be using Cut the Cake Under the Veil and Clinking Glasses. So it'll be Cut the Cake on the inner portion of the eyelid, Clinking Glasses on the outer portion of the eyelid, and then Under the Veil in the crease. I wanted to mention as well too, I've said this before in these, but if you're new to this series, these are not meant to be perfected looks. These are just to give you color inspiration. So I don't want you to look at these and think, oh my god, they're not blended enough or whatever. I am most definitely leaving that in. My cat fully just opened the door by himself. You could probably hear him meowing like crazy, but I'm sitting here and I see his little face poke through. So cute. I can't have them in my room, unfortunately, because I'm allergic, but I take a Reactin and I am all over them when I'm out of my room. I just like to have it a little bit not as cat hairy in here, I suppose. So for this, I'm using Mrs. Star, Polyamorous, and Devotion. I'm using Mrs. Star all over the lid, and I'm blending it up into the crease. Then I will be using Devotion on the outer portion of the crease. My mistake for this one, I'm just using Mrs. Star and Devotion, and then I actually go in to Cut the Cake and use it on my inner portion of my eyelid. So just deepening it up with the Devotion color, and then I will take just a big fluffy brush and then plop it onto the inner portion of the eyelid and take my finger and just blend it out, as you can see, with the big fluffy brush, and then blending it out like that. Very simple. I find that color, that shimmery white color, really just transforms any look, to be honest. It's just such a pretty, I would love that in a big pan, like the old highlighter Skin Frost pans. For this one, I'm using Star Vows, Hors d'oeuvres, and I Do. Using Star Vows on the lid, Hors d'oeuvres in the crease, and I Do to darken it up. This is another that I would typically get requested to do, a nice gold smoky eye. People love their gold, you know, it's like the best kind of look to photograph, you know, because it's going to make your eyes pop. And Star Vows is a beautiful color. I love that color. It's such a nice texture to work with. For this one, I will be going ahead and using Bound Together, Always and Forever, and then potentially using Tuxedo Black. I did go ahead and use it, but during that video, I was like, am I going to use it? I'm not sure. So I just did a little, you know, unsure. but I wanted to do a chocolate brown for this, a nice chocolate smoky eye, and I was really happy with how this turned out. Bound together on the lid, always in forever in the crease, tuxedo black on the outer portion of the eye. This was just like a nice warm brown, and honestly at this point I think my eyes were so irritated. I was like, I think this is like too pink. Like I think that's my under eye, like that's my skin tone at this point, because it was so irritated. For this one, I wanted something extremely wearable and easy. I always like to throw in one of these for these 10 looks 1 palette videos. So I used the color Grand Entrance, Seating Chart, and Committed. And I used Committed in the crease, Grand Entrance on the lid, Seating Chart on the lid and Grand Entrance on the inner corner. Grand Entrance and Seating Chart blended so beautifully together just with my finger. I loved the depth and the brightness that Grand Entrance gave Seating Chart. So I was really, really happy with that. I actually love how that look turned out. I will be using for this one Wedding Rings, I Love You, and I Do. Wedding Rings on the inner portion of the lid, I Love You on the outer portion of the lid, and Committed in the crease, and then I Do on the outer portion of the crease to darken it up. I forgot that I had added in Committed there at a later point in the video, or the look I should say, and then really, really pulling it out and smoking out that I Do color. I wanted something very angular, and I hear people use the word snatched a lot, so that's kind of what I was going for, that like really snatched up look. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a great day, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share wherever you can on your social media. Thanks for watching. Bye!